Men out here still not hugging other men, especially their sons. Y'all weird. Y'all weird. Y'all weird. And low-key shallow.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. So today's video is something very light-hearted, something very sweet, something that just gave me a lot of warmth and very touching. So there was this video. There were some black men who were mentoring young black boys. So during the course of this whole mentorship thing, this happened.
One of the mentors asked the boys if his dad ever gave him a hug. He said no. Then this happened.
They going to get they hug. Need a hug, bro. Come on, bro. Love you, dog. You gonna give me the church hug? Yeah, you you come and give me the church hug. That's what's up, y'all. Yeah, that's what's up.
You guys, the amount of love and emotions and vulnerability that I saw in that video, the emotional connection that I saw, the amount of healing that I saw, it had me in my feelings. I will not lie. It had me I was touched, I was moved. And I'm not the only one who felt that way, because people were making stitches to that video. And I'm going to be playing the stitches right now. You guys just brace yourself, because some of them are really emotional.
One of the mentors asked the boys if his dad ever gave him a hug.
It's because they needed human contact. Like, it is so sad that something like this has to be endearing and it's just not a part of our regular society. Like, I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you want to hug children, your own children especially? I mean, I understand that, and I feel that on a personal level, because that's how it was with my own mother. It never felt like I could go to her and give her a hug, but thankfully I had a lot of aunties and other women that came into my life that did let me hug them, and that was everything. That was the difference between so much, between probably the difference in the choices that I ended up making in my life.
One of the mentors asked the boys,
I have two fathers. One biological, one is my stepfather. And while, like all parents, they got some things wrong, one thing they never failed to do was tell me that they loved me and to actively show me that they loved me. I know a lot of men don't want their sons to be punks, to be easily picked on or preyed upon, but refusing your son affection won't do that. Shoot, let me double back, because women are equally guilty of this. Love on your sons. Hug them. Kiss them. Let them cry. If you want to teach them to muster up the will to go on, do that. If you want to teach them how to confront people, do that. But cutting them off from access to love, especially from you, will lead them down a path of emotional, mental, physical, spiritual violence. Black boys are children and they deserve better than that.
Mentors asked the boys if his dad.
I remember the last time I hugged my father goodbye. Going through one of them little airports in California. He couldn't go through the metal detector because he had an oxygen tank with him. So he had to go sit in one of those little ugly ass green chairs. So I go up to him and I said, Dad, I need you to hold on. I gotta go home, I gotta take care of some stuff, but I will be back, I promise, I'll be back. No, that's it. My father knew he was gonna die. I knew he was gonna die. I looked at him, I said, I love you, Dad. He said, I love you. It's the last time he ever said it. I gave him a hug. Now here I am, big burly man, hugging on to this very frail, dying man, my dad. And that hug was so tight. And I just whispered, I love you. He said, I love you. That was the last time I saw him alive.
For all the fathers out there, hug your baby. They are just a baby, a child. They haven't grown up to understand what it means to not feel loved, They haven't grown up yet to understand neglect. And they're in the process, those young men are in the process of being aware enough that they're not getting something that other people do. That love can look like something different. It doesn't have to look like neglect. It doesn't have to look like no hugs, no kisses, no compliments, no consideration, no special quality time. They are noticing that it can be different. Give them something different. You might not have been able to get that from your father. For whatever reason, they were not able to give that to you, or they chose not to. You have a choice. You are nurturing young men that are going to grow to be men, that will grow to be with a woman, that will, or the person of their choice, that will grow to be in love with someone. And you are modeling what love looks like right now. You are modeling what care and consideration look like right now. If you're showing abuse, if you're showing heartache, if you're showing coldness and disconnection, that's what they're going to know how to give. They're going to see that it can be different, but they're not going to know how. It's going to hurt them in the long run. Give them something that makes you uncomfortable right now so they can be better than you in the future. They can give more than you're able to give now because you showed them it's possible. That it feels good when someone hugs you, when your father hugs you. When another man can respect you enough to tell you the truth. When another man can respect you enough to love you and hug you and sit down and have comforting words with you. That you can be vulnerable with that man, because it's also going to encourage you to do that with the person you love. Okay.
Ask the boys if his dad ever gave him a hug.
Whew. Seeing a black father hug his black son is probably the most exhilarating things in the world. And that man in that white hoodie with his son holding him. Yeah. Every little black boy needs a big hug. Tight hug from their father. It doesn't matter how old they are. A bond between a black father and a black son is so important because this world deems them evil, and they're not. They're precious. That was so beautiful.
His dad ever gave him a hug. He said,
First of all, say hi, Carter.
Hi.
Fathers, black fathers, if you have sons, give them hugs. Big old, warm, tight hugs. Let them know you love them. I love you, Carter.
I love you too.
Because they're going to go through this world, and sure, they got to be tough. They got to be tough. But they ain't got to be tough all the time. We ain't got to show the world that we scary and mean. We can show them that we capable of love. And it starts with you loving your sons. Okay? So hug your son, tell him you love him. Because you may not know when the last time you're going to hug your child may be. So do it frequently. Say bye, Carter.
Bye.
One of the mentors asked the boys if his dad ever gave him a hug.
This right here is what we need in our community. This is exactly what we need in our community. It's not weak to show that kind of emotion. It's something that we all need. It's something that we've all needed for a long time. Something that we don't get, you know. It's hard to get hugs in a situation when all the media tells you that you can't show emotion like that. It's hard to get that kind of emotion when, you know, crack has been fed into your family and your streets like that, to the point that your family has been broken. Or that your dad has probably been a victim of the disproportionate fucking incarceration in America. But if you need to hear this, little bro, I love you, man. Keep moving. You're gonna be good. Don't fall into this bullshit that this world feeds you. You better than that. Love you. Bye.
One of the mentors asked the boys if his dad ever...
That's a bunch of young bucks being led by OGs. Some of these young bucks have never been loved. They've never been appreciated, never been valued. And this video completely depicts the fact that These young bucks just need fucking love. That's all it really is. So as OGs, we gotta stop hating on the younger generation and bring them close and give them some guidance. And that video right there, a simple thing as giving someone a hug, is very, very powerful.
Boys, if his dad ever gave him a hug.
The fact that so many young men got up because they did not have hugs from their fathers, coupled with the fact that we can still qualify a man as a good whole man who won't give out hugs to other men. And not on no trying to convert anyone to anything. I'm just trying to remind men that they are human, right? A good hug from a man should be experienced by everyone. There is power in that. Listen, I think it's because I am a human who can create other humans, whether I've done it or not. I understand just a connectivity to others that is so necessary. But for men to continuously in 2023 willfully choose to ignore any parts of those connections that they have is scary to me. I have a male friend who, whenever we talk about stuff outside of the arts world that we met in, it gets real shallow, real scary, real quick, and he don't realize it. He don't realize it because he got a wife and a daughter, and he works a good job, and he pays all the bills, and he takes care of his family, and he goes to all of the things, but he's not realizing that, there's an emotional hole in this man. Because he don't realize how he shits on people that are under him. And I'm just like, something as simple as a hug makes you realize how powerful you are just in existing, right? Because again, a hug, you are squeezing someone's torso. You could accidentally kill somebody in a hug, for real.
One of the mentors asked the boys if his dad.
That's a great thing because you never know what these young men are going through. And a lot of these young men are going through so much right now that a hug from a father figure and a mentor could probably stop a lot of stuff. It could really start to heal a lot of broken wounds, man, a lot of open wounds. Just a hug. Hey, man, come here. Just know that I love you. No matter what you've done, no matter who you've been and I just know I love you and you're going to be all right. That could save so many young men. But we got these dudes out here, man, I ain't hugging nobody that's soft, that's weak. No, man. A lot of these young men need those father figures just to come and be like, yo, here, come here, man. Let me hug you and tell you that I love you. It ain't on no weird stuff. It's just because, look, as a father figure, I love you. I want you to be great. And I'm going to hug you because I do love you. It's okay.
So it's just so beautiful. And the actual reason I decided to make this video is because I made this other video not long ago, and you guys can go and check out that video. But in the comment section of that video, I realized that a lot of black men were talking about how they do anything to protect a child, and by a child meaning any child of any race. So it made me see a different side to black men, a different side that we don't really see pushed in the media, that fatherly protective side. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should go ahead and drop this video because this is along the same lines. Black men putting themselves out there emotionally to be there for the kids. And you cannot overestimate the importance of that parental love, that mentorship from a fatherly figure, that love, that emotional connection. It goes a long way in building your childhood and forming the kind of person that you become in future, right? Society just tells men to be strong, suck it up. You're a man, you shouldn't cry, don't show emotions, don't be weak. But in the long run, they are human too. They need love, they need the hugs. And a lot of these men, maybe, I don't know, probably because of the way they were brought up or whatever, they don't even know how to connect emotionally. They're not emotionally mature. They don't know how to show emotions because they believe it's weakness, or because they even have no idea how to do it. Because it wasn't shown to them, and they've not done the work to really, learn how to be emotionally expressive. So I really feel like you cannot overestimate the importance of a father figure in the life of a child. And I think men find it easier to show this emotional side to their female children than male children. I don't know why it's like that, but I think it kind of happens. They'll rather hug their female child than hug their male child, you know. But at the end of the day, the young male child needs as much love as the female child. And it's not enough for you to just provide for that child. It's not enough. The emotional part is as important. So, yeah, this video made me happy. I'm not going to lie. I was happy and I felt so touched, and I'm happy that that happened for those little boys. For a child to say his dad has never given him a hug, I was like, wow. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think about the whole video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, turn on notifications. That way YouTube will let you guys know whenever I drop a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.